A mama sent in a very interesting comment, and I said, let's talk about it. So she says, what if the scans never picked up on baby's actual weight? Because that's my story. Every antenatal doctor's appointment, I was repeatedly told that my baby was small. In fact, my doctor used to call my bum size big for nothing. Did you hear that? Because my bump was huge at 36, 37 weeks. Are you picking it? The doctor said that her baby size was small. However, he noticed that her bump size was big, and he used to call her bump size big for nothing because her bump was huge at 36, 37 weeks. Okay. I was already feeling some sort of pain. On getting to the hospital, I was told I was 2 cm, that I should go back home. So I left at 40 weeks. I was asking to be induced, but was told they prefer first-time moms to allow their bodies to do their thing. So at 41 weeks, I was already tired and eagerly waiting for the appointed time, which didn't seem to be coming. I called the hospital, and long story short, she went in for an emergency CS, only to be delivered of a healthy 5 kg baby. What happened? Of course, you know that scanning goes hand in hand with pregnancy. It is a very, very critical investigation that we request to know how baby is doing, what is going on with the pregnancy. Among so many parameters that we track using the ultrasound scan in pregnancy is the baby's weight, the size of the baby, so that we can know the childbirth method that will be optimal for the mother and the baby's safety and well-being. Because remember, that is always the goal. Mommy alive, baby alive. Mommy undamaged, baby undamaged. There is no point choosing a particular kind of birth method if it is going to cause an issue for mommy or baby. So we scan. We want to scan and see if the pregnancy is viable. We want to scan and see if your baby is growing the way it should. We want to scan. Do you understand? You get the point? In this instance of baby's weight, because a lot of women have said, oh, a baby that wants to be big will be big. Scan does not catch everything. Can I arrest you there? If you were following that story, the clue was already there. What was the clue? Your bum size is big for nothing. Your baby is small, but your bum size is big. In pregnancy, there is what we call fundal height measurements. In case you are wondering, how will I know? This story is scary. Am I not supposed to scan and know that baby is big or baby is not big? This one, they are saying scan that cannot pick everything. Do your mind like this. Be coming down. It is true that scans are supposed to pick up and accurately tell you the size of your baby, so that you know if your baby is too small, or your baby is right on track, or your baby is too big. And sometimes they don't catch it. So what else can you do? The clue was in that story. If you scan and the scan is telling you that baby is small, meanwhile you have looked at your bump, there's no excess amniotic fluid, you know you are not carrying multiples, you know you don't have significantly sized fibroids, and it is not fat, it is not fluid, it's not gas, it is actually the fundal height that is telling you, this thing is bigger than gestational age. Go and get a second opinion. That baby is likely big, so that you will not be surprised when you go in for delivery. Imagine that this lady tried to go in for a vaginal birth with a 5 kg baby. Can you imagine what would have happened to her or the child? You don't want to be surprised when you go in for vaginal birth thinking, oh, my baby is 3 kg. Next thing they say, oh, baby was 5.6, that's why I was stuck. Next thing we hear stories that touch. So if your bump size is bigger than gestational age, that is a screaming sign that that child might be big. A lot of ultrasound scans use the 2D. Look for a facility that can give you 3D or 4D so that they can image the baby more accurately for you. That's number one. Number two, what else can you do? From 20 to 22 weeks, you can do what is called fundal height measurement. There is no trained midwife, there is no trained medical personnel that does not know how to measure fundal heights. Your fundal height can be measured to estimate if baby is growing according to gestational age, is too small or is too big, and the parameter is plus or minus 2. So if baby is supposed to be 34 weeks, the fundal height measurement should be in the range of 34 plus or minus 2. There's nothing in this world easier than that. That is how you know that baby's weight and baby size is within range. If your baby is supposed to be 34 weeks and you go and do fundal height measurement and you see 42, are you waiting for me to tell you that you should use your tongue to count your teeth? You are very likely carrying a big baby. You know why I love medicine and I love science? There is always a sign. If you look closely, there is always a sign. The question is, do you know the sign? I have given you the formula. If your bump is bigger than gestational age, go and do a 3D or a 4D scan to confirm. Do your fundal height measurement to ensure that you are within the range of plus or minus 2, so that you will not be surprised when you attempt to go in for childbirth and God forbid baby gets stuck. because you must go in for childbirth and come out, you and baby, intact, chassis, nothing missing, nothing broken. If you're looking for a program that can teach you and show you everything that you need to do from first trimester to fourth trimester to ensure that you and baby are safe in pregnancy and childbirth, click the link to join and get started. I hope this was helpful. You're welcome.